Hi, Beverly. I took care of a number of issues. The flame arrestor is designed that if this engine backfires through the carburetor, which is down here, the flames have to get cooled by the passageways in the flame arrestor before they can come out, thereby preventing blowing up the boat. And this nut was actually missing from the top, so if this engine had backfired, it would have just blown this completely off the engine. Anyway, so I got actually Tim, the contractor here. I meant to pick one of these up at Walmart last night, but Tim had one, and so popped it on here this morning. This hose was loose from this T-fitting. We probably ought to put some hose clamps on there. I haven't rooted around, and I didn't get it. I don't have any, so just that's something we're going to have to address. Down here on the water inlet, this one was kind of serious. This hose clamp that you see in the picture, let's see if I can get my finger right here, was not even attached. It was way back on the hose, back by this gray device called the oil cooler, and that's where your water comes in through the bottom of the boat to go to the water pump for the engine. So that would be removed typically during winterizing, and we would put antifreeze and water in a bucket and suck the antifreeze and water out of the bucket into the engine. I also checked your oil level, just a little bit overfilled, and then your transmission fluid level down here where this pipe plug is. There's actually a dipstick under that, attached to that pipe plug. Intuitively, it just looks like a plug, but it's actually a dipstick under there, and that was full. And let's see, I checked the water pump impeller. It seems to be good. I like to replace them every couple years, so if this is the third season, I'd replace it even though it looks good, because it probably won't last the season. If the water, it's a rubber veined impeller, and if the rubber starts to come apart, it goes through the hoses and gets caught in various parts of the engine and can cause hot spots at the engine and engine failure. So it's real important. It's $50, and it's real important just to go ahead and change them. If you want trouble-free operation annually, but probably biannually. I mean, once every 2 years would be fine. Okay, let's see. Took care of the throttle. There was a kink in this throttle line that was keeping us from opening the throttle up, as well as a stop under the steering column. At the very bottom of the steering column, there was a stop that I've removed. We really don't need it on this type of an engine. So you should have full range of throttle. Be gentle with her. You're going to have more speed, I think, than you had in the past. Inherently, though, I want to say, these throttle linkages slip. And it was just really a poor design back in 1946. And they kept on building them that way clear through the 50s, even though pretty well it was a poor design, and we knew it in 46. I would, next year when we put the boat up for the winter, I would put a thin film of wax on the chrome. I see, of course, some of this is spiders, but actually some of it's pitting too on the chrome. And the pitting is the base metal going through the pores in the chrome. Chrome is porous, and so what we're seeing is the base metal coming to the surface. And so I would add that to our regimen. I would also think about a couple of coats of varnish on the decks, and which will turn your white lines amber. And a lot of people like the white lines to be white. Some people don't mind them being amber. I went to a boat show in Tavares, Florida, which is like the first show of the season, considered to be a really big deal, and over half the boats had amber lines there. And also, we got some lines back here. You can see this one's kind of pooched up back here. So I haven't got the engine started yet, and it doesn't seem to be a fuel problem. So I'm going to have to get to the bottom of that. But I was concerned about a sound. I'm going to, and I don't normally hear this sound when I'm trying to start an engine. So you'll hear it as it spins, kind of a clunking sound, and I haven't troubleshot where it's coming from yet. I suspect from the starter, but here we go. And you may recognize that as a normal sound, and if that is, we won't do any more investigation. If we're concerned about that, then that would be something. If that's different sounding to you, then we would want to maybe investigate that. Let me close the lid and see how much it changes the sound, and see if this sounds normal to you. So again, if that sounds normal, we won't worry about investigating that. So anyhow, as soon as I get her started, I think I'm tested. Then I'm ready to roll. But just wanted to tell you how much I enjoyed staying at the boathouse last night, and you've got a wonderful place here. I'm always impressed. And so take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.